this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to be doing is a May week 3 check-in, cash stuffing for May week 4. Overall a pretty good week, but I was on vacation for part of the week, so I was using vacation money, and you're going to see where I need to pay some of that back to my card today. And then also take a look at how we're going to probably end the month based on the number of days I have left. So let's see how this goes. So a quick peek at my transaction log. So these are all the transactions that occurred since the last time I checked in. Now I did not put my vacation transactions on here because I kind of tracked them separately, but you're going to see how much money I spent on my card because I did take cash with me on my vacation, but there were places that I could not use cash, so I had to use my card. So you're going to see that, how I paid myself back for that. And then if it is this kind of olive green color, those are all sinking funds. So with the exception of date night, all of those are just transfers. So they transfer from the sinking fund right onto my Capital One to pay that card off. So you're not going to see the cash exchange for that, but just to kind of highlight for medical bills on my sinking funds, I paid $166 in medical bills last week, and so I took that out of my medical savings account, which is at $1,602. I ended up taking out $160, not $166, because one came in a little bit higher. I didn't realize they were going to give me a processing fee on that bill. So I did take $160. I've already paid that back to my card. And then for date night, that will be a cash pull. It's in my binder, and I just need to pay that back to my card. Okay, let's get started. So I always start with groceries. I actually spent some money in groceries. I spent $16 at Walmart and $71 at Sam's Club. That was it for the week. It's $87. I did not have HelloFresh, but I will have HelloFresh coming out at the end of this week for next week. So I did go ahead and write that in so I wouldn't forget about that. So I started with $392 minus $87, so $305. And because this is going to come out of the account, I'm going to go ahead and take the $87 out of my grocery envelope. At this point, I had $92 in my online groceries. This will be $70, so that's only $22 left that I have to use in my online program, in my online account. For eating out, not bad, because when we were eating out, we were actually using vacation money. So Bambino's was $34, and then Cafe Rio for $5. So the meal was not $5, but I did use my points, so the net of what came out of my account was $5. So $39. So 120 minus 39, should have 81 left. And then for gas, I spent $1 for $60. Again, gas for the trip came out of our vacation money. So 177 is what I had left, minus the 60 I spent, so I have 117 left for this month. Now I do have a full tank, and mainly going back and forth to my daughter's house is where I spend all of my gas. But I have been letting my daughter take my car when I'm over there so that I have the car that has the car seat, but I don't think she's going to need my car this week, so let's just hope. Spending, I do always take the whole 50. I have 100 left. I did not spend any money on my mom, so she has 95 left. I am going to go see her tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll spend some money. Entertainment, I have not touched yet, but that is going to have to be date night, probably for the rest of the month. Personal care, I did not spend anything. I did enough damage the week before. Household, I have not spent anything. Now we are going to Costco sometime this week, so we may be picking up, but we did a pretty big restock in the month of April, so I think we're going to be fine there. And then miscellaneous, I have not spent anything. So the categories that are kind of in trouble, eating out is always $81, which is $40 a week. Probably is, we're gonna go over. We should have money in groceries. I do need to meal prep this week. We don't have HelloFresh, we're home all week. So I am gonna need to go to the grocery store and figure out what we're gonna eat this week. That will be interesting. And then the rest of these I feel really good about. So, and then I'm gonna do week 5 kind of across here because that's the only place I had to put it. So that is how the week is rolled for last week. So let's go ahead and look at the incremental income and the money that we are using to put money back. So for vacation on my Capital One card, I spent $105. So I'm going to take the $105 out. I tried really hard to use cash, but like at our hotel that we were at, you could either charge it to your room or you could use a card. And in the morning I would go down to grab something for breakfast or a drink, and so I had to use my card. So that right away is going to go back into my back to bank envelope. And then for my incremental income, I only worked 1 day, so I had 160. I left 65 in my account as a buffer. I just have been trying to leave a little bit there just to rebuild that buffer. So I try to keep a $4,000 buffer in my checking account, which seems like a lot to, you know, most people I see that's like $500 or $1,000, whatever. I feel pretty confident that I am able to track all my transactions, but you know, if there should be a random, you know, bill that comes out that I'm not aware of, that maybe my husband doesn't use the debit card, he uses his credit card and then pays that back. But I always want to make sure there's enough money in there in case something happens. So I do leave a $4,000 buffer. So if I dip below that, I start to rebuild that back up. And I usually use my incremental income, or when we get paid, I'll take a little bit off the top and just start to rebuild that buffer. So I left 65 in for the buffer. 45 is going to go into date night, but if you saw my transactions, I used 44. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the 45, and instead of put it in the envelope and then pull the other money, I'm just going to put the 45 in here. And I'm not going to worry about the dollar. And then this 50, 10, 20, 40, 50 is going to go back into my vacation because my vacation envelope is completely empty. So I did spend all of the money that I took with me, and then some. Obviously I had to pay that back, but I didn't pull any other money out of vacation for this trip. Now I did pull out money for my trip that I'm going to in Chicago. So that is already in my account, just so that I can use my credit card and then just move it over. And other than that, I did get paid back for the $605 for my ticket from my Capital One reward. So that has credited my account. And I've already made my mid-month payment to Capital One. So I like to make a mid-month, like around the 15th, 16th, about half of what is on my balance or what I know I'm spending on fixed expenses. And then at the end of the month, my payment is due on the 2nd. I go back through my cutoff date for my account. It's the 27th. So between the 27th and the 2nd, I clear that card. So, you know, just want to make sure I'm never kind of building up too big of a balance that makes me nervous. So there was that. So that was all of my incremental income. Now, I was supposed to work yesterday, but I wasn't feeling well, so I did not work. And I don't believe I'm working for the rest of the month. So I have no excuse not to get things done. Okay, so let's go back and take out what we need to take out from this binder. I'm gonna just put this to the side. So in groceries, I need to take out $87. So 20, 40, 60, 80. I have no change in here. Okay, so 100. So I owe this envelope 13. So let me see if I have that in my back to bank. Let me put this money back in because quite frankly, I'll forget what that goes to. Let's see if I have 13 in here that I can... 1, 2... Okay, so I'll put 12 back in. And I will owe this $1. Okay, so I'll put this 100 in, put 12 back. And I owe this $1. Okay, and then in eating out, I owe basically 39, or probably have to do 40. Yeah, I really do need to have more ones at the house, so I will take 40 out, put that in my back to bank. I'll update all the trackers later. And then in spending, I get another 50 for this week, which will be great because my wallet is empty completely. I'll go ahead and put that in. And then household, my mom, and miscellaneous I did not touch. Personal care I did not touch. Entertainment I did not touch. Okay, so that gives me, currently in my back to bank, just take a minute and organize this all. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 480, 530. So 530 is going back to bank. Now, at this point in the month, this is not a lot of money for me. So I've been trying really hard to cut down on my spending. And so it's working pretty well. So the vacation money, obviously I spent all of that, but that is what I budgeted for it. So I never feel guilty about spending money for something that I budgeted for because that's why I budget. So, so that's good. I have starting that new vacation fund, which will give me some money for our July vacation. So there we go. So that is everything for this video. Month is going pretty well. I'm working really hard trying to track all my transactions. I did talk about this a little bit in my last video that I try to run as much as I can through my Capital One card. I do use my Capital One, I have Capital One Venture card, so I use it for travel rewards. So I use $605 to offset my plane ticket that I have for next month because that was the least amount of money that I could spend. I couldn't use miles. It was really expensive from a mile perspective, so I used my points for that. That offset, I've already gotten that credit for $605. So that's the way Venture One works. And then as far as my other expenses, I've been really trying hard not to shop. I do give myself a little bit of wiggle room when I have incremental income that I can spend some and then save some versus spend all and save none. But I really am just not wanting to work too much right now. I've been really helping my daughter a lot with the baby, and I just really have not had the desire to work. So it's sad because I do enjoy working, but right now I just feel like I'd rather be there helping her out. So that is it for this week. I will see you guys next week. And then probably also next week, you're going to see me set up my June budget. So hopefully there are the changes that I've been talking about. And we're really close to getting everything done. So you'll see my new budget layout. So I'm excited to show you. So thanks so much for watching. If you have not already, please consider subscribing and hit the like video. That helps my channel grow. Take care.